Hey guys, first I want to apologize for the super messy board. I have been trying to do some problems on here and I keep having to do retakes, so I haven't had a chance to clean it. So I want to apologize about the nasty messy board. I promise I'll clean it after the video. We're going to start with a word problem about tigers, and we're actually going to do a couple of these. And I'm going to try to work through these fairly quickly because there's quite a bit of steps and I don't want to keep you too long on the video. So the first problem is about tigers eating. It says a tiger can eat as much as 40 pounds of food at a time, but it may go for several days without eating anything. Suppose a Siberian tiger in the wild eats an average of 18 pounds of food per day. All right, so this is pounds per day. It's a lot of food, okay? And the question is, how much food will the tiger eat in 28 days if he eats that amount each day? So we need to find out how many days or how much food he eats per day if he eats that amount for 28 days. So it's 18 times 28 here, okay? Because we're multiplying an amount by a certain number of groups, and our number of groups is our number of days in this case, okay? So we're going to follow the same steps as we did yesterday, except we're going to add in one more step, and that's with the 2-digit number on the bottom, okay? So our I can statement today is still the same. I can multiply by multi-digit numbers. Only today we're increasing to a 2-by-2 digit and even 3-by-2s and 4-by-2s, okay? So let's start in our ones place. 8 times 8 is 64. 4 ones and 6 tens. Then we're going to move right here to the 1 times 8. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 6 more is 14. And I need to bring all that down here to the bottom because there's no place else to regroup there. Now I'm done with the 6, okay? So I'm going to cross it out. What you do when you are done with the 8 here, and you don't need to multiply anything else by the 8, you need to put a placeholder here, a placeholder of 0, because there's nothing else you're going to multiply by the 1s in 28. Everything else is going to be multiplied by the 10. So we put a placeholder of 0 there, okay? Now, 2 times 8 is 16. So 6 tens, 6 ones and 1 10. And then 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 more is 3. And then all I have to do here is add my two products together to get my final product. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. And 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5. So 504 is the final answer for a Siberian tiger may eat 504 pounds of food in 28 days. It's a lot of food, okay? So that's a pretty simple problem, not too bad. I want to do one more with you guys, all right? And this one I have to really check myself. And if you don't know your multiplication facts, guys, you're going to really have to be using a calculator when you're at home or a multiplication table or something, because if you don't know your facts really well, these problems are going to go really slow, okay? If you do know them, then that's going to really help you to move faster through these, okay? All right, we're going to still talk about tigers. The next problem says, a Siberian tiger was observed sleeping 1,287 minutes during the course of one day, okay? So we're going to move to talking about tigers sleeping here. So this is minutes per day of sleeping, okay? Then it says, if he slept every day for that long, how many minutes would he sleep in a year? And hopefully right now, go and tell your teacher, if you're in Miss Wood's class or Miss Satterley's class, how many minutes are in, days are in a year. You should know that. How many days are in a year? Hopefully you're telling your teacher right now, 365 days in a year. I feel like that's something 5th graders should probably know. But if not, now you know, okay? So this is days in a year. All right. It's going to take a lot of thought. So watch me as I move through each place value position. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each of these numbers, the 7, the 8, the 2, and the 1, And I'm going to multiply each one by the 5. And I'm going to multiply each one by the 6. And then each one by my hundreds, the 3. Okay? And each time, each of these numbers gets multiplied, each of my numbers in my second factor. Okay? So all of these numbers in this factor gets multiplied by all the numbers in this factor. Okay? And then we'll find our product. All right, let's start with our 5s. 5s are pretty easy, so this first step should go fast. 5 times 7 is 35. Regroup my 3. Okay? Then 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 more is 43. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 more is 14. And 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 more is 6. Now, I'm done with this 5 right now. When I get done with that 5 and I'm ready to move to my tens place, my 6, I'm going to mark out the 5 and add a 0 placeholder before I start multiplying everything by my tens. That 0 is going to come down right underneath the number that you cross out. That'll help you remember to cross it out and put a 0 there, okay? You're also done with these numbers, so what I like to do if I'm working with a whiteboard, I just erase these, but if you're at home working on pencil and paper, you could just cross them out like that, because you don't want to re-add those onto your new answers, okay? So I'm just going to erase them because I have that ability on a whiteboard. Now I'm going to start with 6 times 7. So 7 times 6 is 42. Regroup my 4. 8 times 6 is 48, plus 4 more is 52. Then I'm going to multiply my 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 more is 17. And then 1 times 6 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. All right? Now, I'm going to cross out my 6, and because I'm here now, and I'm also going to erase these, I don't want to reuse those again. I need to not add only one placeholder of 0, but I'm going to add 2 underneath my 2 crossed out numbers in that factor, all right? And I'm going to start multiplying my 3 by each one of these numbers, okay? So 7 times 3 is 21. 8 times 3 is 24, plus 2 more is 26. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 more is 8. And 3 times 1 is 3. All right? Now I've got 3 sets of numbers. Notice how they're perfectly lined up. I was really intentional about being neat about that so that when I go to add, it's much easier for me. Okay? So in my ones place here, I've got 5. Got 5. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Add my comma. 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 6 more is 19. 8 plus 7 is 15, plus 1 more is 16. And 1 plus 3 is 4. 469,755 is how many minutes that tiger sleeps per year. Minutes per year that the Siberian tiger sleeps. Now that was a lot of multiplying, so I do want to check my answer with a calculator because I could have made a mistake. That was a lot of steps. So 1,287 times 365. Yep, you can see right here. I got 469,755. So that means I'm right, and I checked with a calculator, okay? Again, don't forget to use the calculator. If you're sitting here and you are thinking 8 times 6, 8 times 6, 8 times 6. I've been thinking about 8 times 6 for about 7 minutes right now, and I can't figure it out for the life of me. Then use the calculator. Now, do not use the calculator to type in every single answer. That would mean that you're not learning the step-by-step process. But I don't want you to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes at home trying to figure out a fact that you don't know when you can use a calculator, and I'm allowing that to you. Okay? Or better option would be a multiplication table. I know that one of my virtual students has a multiplication table sitting right beside them at home, and that's a great tool to use. Okay? All right. Go out, work hard. It probably will still ask you to estimate, so don't forget that estimation strategy before you find the exact answer. We've been working hard on that all week, and I know you'll do a good job. All right? Take your time.